So I think we can all agree that this film has arguably the clunkiest title in cinematic history. I mean, the previous film, 2017's The Hitman's Bodyguard, had a lovely, smooth, flowing title, but this one, it just stumbles off the tongue, each word crashing into each other like a multiple car pile-up on the M25. I mean, what's wrong with The Hitman's Bodyguard 2, or The Hitman's Bodyguard 2 Hit Harder, or The Hitman's Bodyguard, The Hitman Strikes Back? Anything but this ungodly mess of words, which doesn't so much resemble a title, so much a collection of marbles fell on a keyboard with an overzealous autocorrect, and nobody at the studio gave enough of the stuff to change it to something better. Sorry, my brain had a lot of time to wrestle with this because it sure as film wasn't being engaged by this live-action cartoon.
Oh, you can stay, but I'm leaving.
I mean, it's not like the first film was some deep think piece on the human condition, but it had heart, interesting characters, and moments of something approaching a plot in what was basically a very simple film about getting Samuel L. Jackson to the courtroom on time before Gary Oldman was unleashed upon the world.
Everyone!
However, the plot for this one? Well, first of all, you have to assume that this film has a plot. I mean, even the movie mecca that is IMDb hasn't even tried. The bodyguard Michael Bryce continues his friendship with assassin Darius Kincaid as they try to save Darius' wife Sonia, which is, I suppose, something that does happen during this film's 100-minute runtime, but then again, so do 15 other things which just sort of happen. I mean, you also have a man dealing with what to do when his life's calling is no longer an option, a couple dealing with fertility issues, a villain from a bad James Bond spoof, and Antonio Banderas enjoying a lovely break from acting, as is the rest of the cast, with a motivation that would have made a lot more sense a few years ago, but I guess thwarting him is as close as we get to an actual plot. Not that you go to see this film for the plot, and this film knows that. You probably didn't go to it for the acting either, which is fine. Everyone apart from Ryan Reynolds is just screaming their dialogue at each other as loudly as they can, a bit to try and make the dialogue go away as quickly as possible, also to try and get a laugh out of the audience, which did actually happen at the start of my screening, as quite a few moments in this film are funny, but it's all one note. The action never really stops or pauses or changes in ways that makes the experience something new. It's all just constant, unrelenting explosions, car chases and gunfights to such an extent that it just becomes boring and monotonous, especially given that our leads are never in any physical danger. Hell, if Reynolds had donned his Deadpool costume or turned to camera and joked about forgetting to pack his suit for the summer holidays, then it would have fitted right in. I mean, I don't want to say this film is terrible, because it isn't. You just have to be in the right frame of mind for it, which is preferably after a few beers when you've got a few mates around and you just want to throw something on in the background. I mean, I don't think there's more than possibly 2 or 3 scenes in this whole film which don't feature some sort of fighting, shooting or explosions, and when the characters are never in any danger or seem to do any growth or seem to even care as to whatever situation they find themselves in, then why should I? At the end of the day, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is a live-action cartoon where our leads are pretty much invulnerable. None of the actors seem to care about anything other than screaming at each other in the hope of it becoming funny. It doesn't. The plot doesn't matter. All the action scenes are constant, unrelenting and dull, and I was getting a bit fidgety by the end of it. I mean, I liked the first one as a bit of fun, but this one was just a bore, which is a shame. So absolutely skip it, but what did you guys think, and what do you think is the clunkiest title in cinematic history? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, been a donkey. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.